And we're back. Premier League, week 21, review. As usual, Bash, let's go. It's been a couple of weeks, the winter break that the Premier League has now introduced. So 5 teams played last week, or 5 games happened last week, and 5 games the week before. We'll start with the very first game, which was Burnley-Luton, a 6-pointer, bottom of the table. A decent game. I watched it about 70 minutes, I'd say. Controversial equaliser at the end. I don't know if you've seen that from Morris.
Bit of a foul on it.
But yeah, James Trafford let himself down after having a good game.
I mean, similar incident in tonight's game, the FA Cup game.
With Nathan Aki.
With Aki and the keeper, but I think this was more obvious.
To be fair, I haven't seen...
This was less of a foul than Trafford's.
I didn't bother watching, not in a bad way. I actually forgot they were playing today.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't much made about
Vicario wasn't very strong in the challenge with Diaz. Diaz was in front of him. He's kind of...
I'd say he wasted a lot of chances.
I didn't watch the game like that.
Oh, so you didn't watch that as well?
No, I watched the last 20 minutes.
Probably that guy at work doing your heading in it. Who's got the, what do you call it, acca on?
I'm telling you.
That's what it was, innit?
He's a City fan, innit?
Yeah, well, they're all City fans at the moment.
He's telling me it's 1-0 every time.
Yeah. 88 minute. But I had De Bruyne missed a few chances today and he was a bit wasteful. But yeah, City got through. Good victory that. First time I think they won at the Tottenham Stadium.
But yeah, controversial is the first time. First goal they've scored. But yeah,
mad, eh?
It's very mad. I was just thinking, bloody hell, first goal they've scored there, they scored them at Canter at Old Trafford. So
we're going to move on to City later on and Old Trafford.
Luton, big point for them. You know, away from home, losing until the 90th minute.
And with what's going on now with Nottingham Forest's point deduction, imminent and pending.
It's massive.
With Everton getting dragged right back into it as well.
It's massive. Luton,
with their form at Kenilworth Road, this is where Burnley, well, I'm going to switch it a little bit here. This is where Burnley are going to get relegated and why they're going to get relegated and what we've been saying. Yeah.
They're not picking up enough points.
They dominate this match.
And even, to be honest with you, even though Luton have dropped a lot of points in them games where they performed very well, they've still managed to get results.
Yeah.
So for them, I think, against the teams that aren't as good, if they can show half the fight that they've shown against the big teams, the so-called big teams.
This is like a win, man. 92nd minute.
It is a win.
And the way the goal went in.
It's a win. Because it's a relegation...
scrap, innit?
Scrap. It's an opponent, it's a rival. And for them, it's massive. And
you know what? Wilson Odobert, he's on my hidden gems list, obviously, which we need to record this week. I've mentioned him now. I'm probably going to do him next week, more in depth. He had a really good game. He's got a good goal last week as well.
Did he set up Amdouni?
Yeah. But again, it's just something about Burnley, innit? Right, what I wanted to speak about these two teams, do you think they're going to keep their managers now? We've seen Sheffield United get rid of Heckingbottom and bringing Chris Wilder back. In my opinion, I'll start. I think it's too late for them to sack company and then bring someone in, and I don't think he's going to do anything. So I really think that you should now stick with him, have another crack at the Championship. If they come back up, they've had a year's experience already, and it could work for them.
I don't know. I mean, obviously we do say that managers deserve time to implement their ideas and their tactics and everything, but I don't know, man. If you're going to chop, like he says, well, you said it's too late. I don't think it's too late. I think you're 21 games in. You've still got 17 games left. If you chop at least in the next 3-4 games at least, if you can get a new manager in and it's still not working, if it's still not working and you can get a new manager in, why not?
With 10 games to go, at least you're saying?
With at least 15 games to go.
With 15?
Yeah.
Okay, I personally...
Give him a bit of a fair crack in it.
Do you know when you said about implement the style, I think now talking in terms of Vinny Company, let's just keep it...
He has implemented.
He's implemented it.
But he hasn't learned how to go down different routes.
Yeah, and
it's just one
is that a wider problem in football nowadays, man? I've seen a lot of coaches get stuck.
I mean, how good was it really? Because you had Bielsa that came.
Yeah.
And his lead side were phenomenal in the first season.
Yeah, they were.
These lot haven't done nothing special, even though we're praising them like they've stuck to their guns in that sense.
In that sense, yeah.
But what have they done? Leeds were phenomenal in their first
And in the end, they went down under Bielsa, more or less, wasn't it? It led to it, if you think about it, that style.
I think if they stuck with Bielsa, I think they would have stayed up.
They need more signings,
They bring in American managers, no offense, but
Americans don't know anything about soccer.
They don't know football. They don't know soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. They don't know it the way we do.
Well, we're seeing at Chelsea, not in a bad way, right? I think the best Americans we've seen are the ones who get criticised the most, who are FSG, mate. Straight up, bro. Right? Look, they sold Coutinho, and with that money, they won the Premier League, and they won the Champions League, and they won the FA Cup, and they won the League Cup with one sale, really.
And that player only went downhill. He didn't go on to be any better.
And he was their main player at the time when they sold him. It was a big move with balls there. And FSG have always had that about him. And even this summer, the rebuild they did, right? It looked like it was going all down. Hill in a way for Liverpool at the start of the summer.
Yeah, it started off quite poorly.
Fabinho, Hendo, both leaving.
And they kept losing targets out.
Jude,
Chelsea,
Caicedo,
Madrid,
Lavia. And all of a sudden, he's turned it around. And talking about Liverpool, now that we're on him, what an announcement today, mate. Absolutely shocking and rocked the world of football.
I mean, he could be just fooling with us.
Listen, this is what I wanted to ask you specifically, because as a United fan, you've had experience of a manager who's changed his mind and done a U-turn.
I mean, Fergie did it, and United's results at the time started dropping.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's a good thing. I don't know how serious he is about it. Klopp.
Can you see him staying? Doing a U-turn?
Why not? I've always said for them, he's their Fergie. I've said this years ago.
I was going to say that
years ago.
You did coin him baby Fergie, like you've coined
for them anyway.
Julian Alvarez baby Villa.
Obviously, he's nowhere near Fergie, but for them, he is their Fergie.
I'll tell you what I've not liked. Just give him flowers like the way you are. A lot of United fans have come out and said, oh, Fergie did 25 years. Look, we all know, man, the guy's the godfather. There's no one really going to compare to Alex Ferguson, and never ever going to be now. Let's just leave him where he is. He's a standalone man. Yeah. And you have to give Jurgen Klopp the credit. These lot were a dead football club before Klopp came about. He's revived them.
Well, he's won everything there, hasn't
he? He has. All right, he should have won more and could have won more. But look who he's come up against as well, in a sense.
Yeah.
Monstrous.
I mean, there's 115 charges still looming over that club.
There you go.
So,
listen.
In the 7 seasons that Pepper's been here, or whatever it is, I think they've finished runners-up to him 2 or 3 times, and we've even finished runners-up to him twice.
Yeah.
So,
So, right, I'll tie it up.
Obviously different gaps, but...
Rob Edwards is staying, isn't it, at Luton? I can't see him going under any circumstances.
No.
I think they'll keep him till
He's
the
got
end.
A good little,
and I tell you what, Ross Barkley had another good game.
He's got a good little squad kick in. I think if they can add a few additions this January, they'll be good to go.
Now that you mentioned January, yeah. Yo, it's been the deadest January that we've ever seen. Statistically as well. I think there's only been 45 million being spent so far.
In terms of us guys, I've heard that we can't even afford to loan anyone.
Well, you can afford to bring in the new chief executive, mate. Yeah. Omar Berrada's coming. Yeah. What do you make of that? By the way, quickly before you start, Jurgen Klopp, I'm going to do about 2-3 podcasts on him, maybe a little series on Jurgen Klopp. He deserves it. I'll have one with you. I'll get Waj on. Connor's going to come on. Our Liverpool correspondent, I'm still really waiting for you, Connor, mate. When you watch this, just comment and say, yeah, when you're going to come on. So, yeah, Connor will give his views on, obviously, Kloppo as well. Try getting Solon for that one as well, maybe.
Yeah,
so, yeah, on to Omar Berrada, go on.
Omar Berrada.
All the headlines.
Very astute signing by United. Obviously, I'm not going to act like I knew shitloads about him. I only heard more about him when, obviously, we've got linked and it was like instant. I've never seen United move so swiftly, ever. I
think that is now becoming a little bit... I think Ratcliffe's going to try making it a new hallmark of Manchester United.
I think if you read the statement that this says, it was similar to the Qatari one that the Qataris came out with months ago, which people deemed offensive to the Glazers because they were saying we're going to take United back.
Yeah.
His wasn't exactly in them words, but he basically says, look, we're going to focus on what's important now. Well, and if you're saying that we're going to focus on what's important now, what were you doing all them other years?
You're right. It was commercial, wasn't it? Ed Woodward was commercial when he came in.
The thing is, Ed Woodward was commercial and people gave him flowers for the money that he bought in it with Manchester United. He, got us so many deals.
And you're the CEO, give or take 10%, 15% of more that Ed Woodward bought in. You might have got more success with a different CEO, so you put up with the same thing.
I mean, the thing is, we've always hired internally at United. So this is actually the first external appointment as a CEO ever in Manchester United's history. And
you've gone across rivals. Bloody Pep's rattled.
And they are rattled. I'll tell you why they're rattled. Because this guy's been there since 2011. 2011, that's when they first started competing.
Right, yeah.
So since he's been, I'm not saying he's the reason, but you got to look at it, right? Everyone's been saying Pep this, Pep that. Mancini won a title. Pellegrini won a title. That was all under him, Tixi, I don't know his name.
Big stadium.
All the Barcelona Chiefs. He was part of the Barca team as well, Omar. So obviously he got hired by them to obviously sort their
And you know what?
finances out.
In a normal sense, is the right move for someone because he's now got the CE. It's a top job now at a football
Well,
club.
he had quite a role at City anyway. He was the chief of footballing operations, and that wasn't just City. That was
It's
all
the whole
of the
City
all of the
umbrella.
clubs,
Yeah.
every club. And if you
Girona
look at
and
all
that.
their clubs, they're all successful.
Girona top of the La
Yeah.
Liga, mate. Imagine they win La Liga. That's the
So
story.
for him to step out of City, where it's basically success, is a massive step. People are obviously alluding to the fact that there are 115 charges looming over their heads, and people are saying maybe he's just jumping ship and joining. But the thing is, whether we're level or anywhere near Man City on the football pitch right now, 100% is a step up for Omar. Why? Because City did a treble last year. It was spoken about, but look how quickly it's like.
You know,
It just faded.
You're right. I think
If United win the Premier League next season, I guarantee you,
You'll give him-
It will get more headlines and more headlight than City winning a treble.
You know, Sally, Pep Guardiola made that joke, right? That they'd probably name a stand after him if they win a title. You know, United fans are like that. They'd give him that much credit and flowers, and they'd probably now say, you know what, this was the big move that. And because he's chief of footballing operations, he's going to bring a wealth of experience, not just a wealth of experience in the sense that he's been around to the major clubs, in the sense that City were in the place where United are now kind of looking to break back through.
Yeah.
City were breaking through, obviously. You know what I mean, kind of
He
thing.
knows every little bit of their operation.
Yeah.
He has been promoted constantly. He started off fairly low and he worked his way up. And for him to be at United, we're gaining a bit of knowledge from the opposite side. As well as that, he's been at Barcelona where they've had successful time. He was part of the 2009 I don't know what his role was at that time, but I know when he first came in, it was for marketing. And he did that. He had the marketing and all the deals.
So Jim Ratcliffe and the Avengers are going to bring United back to the top.
You look at what he's doing so far. He's not even officially like in there.
Yeah,
Even though he is. Apparently, INEOS are not even allowed to be doing what they're doing, and Omar's not till summer. But if you look at it deep down, they are doing everything.
You know, anyone with half a brain cell, in my opinion, that knows anything about football, would do what INEOS is doing and is the right thing and in the right direction. Where I would say for the United fans, this is as a neutral looking from the outside in, is they need to be a bit more calmer than they have been in the last decade. For example, when there is a new signing, right, let's not jump on him. Let's not watch all his million highlights and say he's the greatest, next big thing, next Andy Cole. I don't know. Because I think all fans are guilty of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not picking on United here, so yeah. It's because you don't have the biggest fan base. I think it's more amplified, right? I think we know this.
It's amplified, it's magnified.
I'll give you an example, right? Rio Ferdinand, his one moment, he's never going to be able to live it down, poor guy.
He always speaks about it.
There you go.
He always speaks about
What moment I'm on about?
He knows, give him the contract.
It became a meme, it became a gif.
That became a line, always at the week.
Yeah.
And then when he was obviously going through the roof.
It was the chant. Always at the wheel. Tell me how do you feel? Something like that.
It was.
Right. So United, we'll talk about them against Spurs. What do you think? Obviously, Omar Berrada's now come in and we're talking about INEOS, and that's behind the scenes.
Not good enough from United.
And I personally think now with Berrada coming in, I think, what's his name's on a probation period till the end of the season, Erik ten Hag. He's talking a good game. He's talking a big game. We're on the same page.
Even without Berrada coming in, even just with Ratcliffe, he's on his probation. They're going to watch him very closely over the next 5 months. And if he doesn't pull out some result, because they're expecting Champions League football, bro.
Even if he stays sub, right? I just think he's shown that he hasn't got the bottle, the cojones yet to be the manager of Manchester United Football Club. I think he's been swallowed and he's shown. Because next year, if he get injuries again, what's he going to do? He's going to abandon his playing style again. He's going to start pointing to injuries. It happens year. If he went through Fergie's years as a manager.
To be honest with you, it's not good enough of an excuse anyway.
And I know United fans don't want to cast their aspersions straight away, because that's what, again, going back to this is what United fans do. There's a lot of love there, and sometimes it spills over in the wrong way, if you know what I mean. Or it's the United way. We've seen it with Solskjaer. We've seen it with, what do you call it, Mourinho, like not getting rid of him. Well, who should we bring in straight after him and everything, right?
I think the thing is, it can't be easy. You know, when you've been such a dominant club for so long and the Godfather himself has retired, it's not going to be easy getting, these.
Yeah, but should be bought in to play a style of football, right? And now look who they're playing against. Yeah, with Spurs. It's a perfect comparison, right? There's a lot of media love for, and I liked him anyway. So what I'm saying is the guy stuck to his guns. He had the same, maybe similar injuries amount to Manchester United. They rode it out. They went 5 games without victory. He didn't change his style of play. He carried on playing the way they did. Even in this match here, they looked like they're struggling at times.
No, they tried.
And they carried on trying.
There were times they were playing some good football.
Why is it that Eric Ten Hag has abandoned it and now he's trying to...
To be honest with you, it's not good enough. You don't even need to finish the question, man. It's not good enough.
Where do we go next?
I don't know, personally.
For him?
I'd still, obviously, he's a year and a half into the project, so I'd still give him time because that's, like you said, that's how we are. United fans,
that's what I mean, man.
We're quite patient. Even though people say we're impatient, think about it, it's been 11 years without a league title.
Listen, you lot are very patient, yeah? You got Anthony Martial there, who's only got 80 goals in 9 years. Don't tell me United fans aren't patient.
He's gone anyway.
No, be patient.
I think this summer you're going to see a revolution. I don't think it's going to be, just a few chopping and changes. I think there's going to be a revolution this summer, personally. They've shown it with Omar Berrada. They've shown it with Jean-Claude
Van
Damme. And they've shown it with
he's good.
The scouting Ashworth and
he was at Juventus.
Ashworth and
he was very good at Juventus.
The guy I liked, Paul Mitchell.
Dan Ashworth was very good.
But they won't get both because
they're quite similar in the role that they do.
Similar, and they'll have to be one of them. So.
Do you know what I'd go for? Dan Ashworth with the work that he's done in football, not Paul Mitchell. I know you just about to say Paul Mitchell.
I do sway towards Paul because he's got a very good history of recruitment. He's recruited the likes.
Go on, then give your argument for why you'd go for Paul Mitchell. I'll give mine for...
Just basically what he's done at Southampton and Tottenham.
Okay.
Very, very good jobs. And then obviously he was at... where was he at?
Monaco.
Monaco in France. Monaco, so he's done fairly well, man. He's brought some talent through. He's always promoted youngsters. He's always looked at other clubs and always dug out talents from across different areas. So he's very good from what I've seen. I don't know, is he big enough for United? Is anyone big enough for United?
I think Dan Ashworth is. Why? Because he started off at, I think it was Newcastle first, and then England. Now, what's bigger than England in this country? Other than you lot, is them. The argument could be made, who gets more scrutiny when you play for England or Manchester? Honestly, let's be real. So he built up England when Sam Allardyce just got sacked. And they were at the time where everyone's staring at him and this, that. He was big there, which is pretty similar to the circus that surrounds Manchester United right now. Every year, not just once, every year. Then you've got the Brighton, the job he did at Brighton.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Very good.
Everyone
very,
knows.
Very good. Yeah, very
it
good.
speaks for itself. I won't even go into that.
Yes.
And like I said, Newcastle, at the time when they were under Mike Ashley, they were struggling a little bit. He was the one that consolidated them just before the Saudis have now come in.
But he's there now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's why I would give it to Dan Ashworth more because, again, the experience, again, being with bigger...
And then they've got, obviously, I know he's got nothing to do with football, but they've got Dave Brel.
Again, that I wouldn't do, man. So now that you mentioned it, all right, this is it. This is the final topic of INEOS for today, right? Brailsford, again, look, why get someone from cycling in when there's enough football experts out there? So just go grab a football expert, man.
I think what it is it's just...
Business-wise.
It's not just business-wise as well, it's the whole mental approach. Like, he studies everything. It's not like he's never watched football.
Yeah.
These guys watch football.
Mr. Marginal Gains,
I know. Them, like,
Mr. Marginal Gains, in it, that's what they're calling him.
Literally
the marginal gains, in it.
I think he's just going to keep watching. You've seen him a few times now in the crowd. He's going to keep watching this shit show and he'll be identifying bits. They'll all be discussing together. And I think by summer we'll know, like, whether...
Those who know football, will understand this reference I'm making. You know who Brailsford reminds me of, who he looks like? Right. He looks like Marotta, the former Juventus chief executive and currently at Inter Milan. You know who I'm on about? Yeah, and that guy's a genius, mate. That guy is a football genius, bro.
You get lucky.
Marotta was the one that appointed Conte, bought Pirlo, bought Pogba, bought Vidal.
There were rumours of Maldini too, but I don't think that's happening.
Paolo Maldini, that would be a good one as well. Again, obviously.
They've died.
There they go.
They were a month ago, them rumours.
Again, and talking of rumours, what I've liked, and it seems like, and if it is true, that they've distanced themselves from Karim Benzema. Not the fact that it's Benzema, it's just that United shouldn't go down that route again. They've been down that route so many times. Ibrahimovic, Cavani, Ronaldo. We've been down here.
Aging strikers.
You don't need
it. You can even, obviously, you've just pointed out the really, like, the world class.
Yeah.
You can even point towards, Weghorst and what's his name? Who signed for us?
Exactly.
Watford. I forgot his name. I used to like him.
Who from? Oh, Igalo.
He should have
Odion
made
Igalo.
How did we not include him, right?
Odion Igalo, Nigerian.
Igalo was good.
Who are you going to put him in ahead of?
No, I'm just saying.
Did
like,
he Drogba?
as a mention, innit?
Yeah, he had a good little time. Yeah, he was a Watford. He had that good 6 months where he's ripping it up. Did we mention Papi Cisse, by the way?
No.
Yeah, another
Newcastle.
Papi Cisse had a very, very good time at one point.
Was he Senegalese?
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah,
one of the greatest goals
jump on
in
to the
Premier League
United
history. No, we've done it very well. You got
No, but just
of the game.
thinking about it, yeah, just.
What do you think of Ireland's goal?
Beautiful goal.
He needs to do more of that, innit?
Absolutely amazing. Yeah, but it was scraps. Rashford didn't mean to give him it. It was just like a bubble around.
There you go again. So this is what I mean. It goes back to Eric Ten Hag's style of play. Now a lot of people have said Highland's not getting the service. That goes back to who? It goes to what are you doing? Where's the partner play coming from? So
yeah, it's been abysmal this season.
So if somebody else does come in.
When I watched the first game and against Wolves, I thought, you know what, this is probably just. I've seen United start many seasons slow, but as the season went on and on and on, pretty much, yeah, like every game is the same. I think we've had 3 performances, maybe 4, where we've genuinely been.
The truth is, you don't know what you're going to get.
No.
Eric Ten Hag doesn't know what he's going to get. And most of the players don't know what bloody performance they're going to give.
The thing is, yeah, who are you going to go for?
As a manager, striker, you mean?
As a manager.
As a manager. I think we'll talk about that later on in maybe a separate pod. If anything does happen with Ten Hag. For me personally, I've told you, I'd maybe be courting someone like Roberto De Zerbi, obviously, who's got balls, who's shown that he can manage in the Premier League. He sticks to his style, and you know, not just in the Premier League. He did really good at Shakhtar, really good at Sassuolo before. So maybe he just needs to keep moving up.
Yep.
So, and then there you are. Look at Bentancur's goal, Richarlison. You know, you were blaming bloody Onana for Bentancur's goal. I don't know about you. I don't know about that. So.
De Gea saves it.
Okay, but I think you're being a bit harsh.
I think Onana's letting way too many goals this season. I might be stating the obvious here, but I'll be real with you, man. There's been so many games where United aren't even necessarily playing bad. It's maybe even an even game against whoever we're playing.
Yeah.
He lets a stupid goal in, and the whole mentality, the whole bloody everything happening on that pitch it's just collapsed.
Well, I tell you
this team collapses. That's where I'll criticise this team and I'll criticise the manager. They can play good football, and we see it in spurts. Even this season, we have seen good football. It's not like they can't. There's good footballers in that team. I think it's the mentality, the culture. It comes to
the coach, doesn't it?
You need to drop quite a few people this summer. I don't know who, but yeah,
I'd say the coach, mate. It starts from the top and get rid of him. He was saying like, I want to still have final say in the transfers. None of his transfers have come good. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't say none. Martinez has been solid.
Yeah,
Eriksen's
you know what I meant? I just did that. Okay, maybe exaggerate a little bit, but overall,
I'd say a third have been shit, a third have been good, and a third we can't judge yet. Even though Onana I have.
For me, it's 2/3 of shit. Because Mason Mount I've judged. He's a Premier League player. Why? What's wrong with him? Why you spent 55 million on him? And you know what? Final one, he's the one that signed Johnny Evans. When we've just signed Thiago Jallo from Lille, who won the French league with them for £3 million, who's 25 years old.
Not just that, they could have bloody got Todibo in, man.
Yeah, it just, you know what? And Ten Hag gave something away there when he said, I still wanna have the final say in transfers. Because you know what? In the summer, some of the fans were still not blaming him. They were saying, like, it's a Bod's fault. He should have just kept that smoke screen up, mate, I think. He's kind of letting it down. You know what, man?
You've got to look at the negotiators in the background as well, man. Like, who in the fucking world agreed to pay 84 million, 85 million for Anthony? You know, it's funny, yeah, because for like a year, everyone was saying it about Maguire.
Yeah.
80 million. Have you noticed how that's just, even from me and you?
Yeah, you know,
even from me and you.
From everyone, man.
It's poofed. And you know what? Maguire, you could even understand. Hear me out, why? He played really well at Leicester. I'm not saying he was good enough, and he's still not good enough. And he's not worth 80 million. But it's English tax, and because he's always performing for England.
English tax? Literally.
It's just.
I get, he's got that international pedigree to him.
Yeah, he's got that name in English football. Like, whenever anyone wants to make a team for England, even when he was playing shit, a lot of people, not just Southgate, a lot of people were still including him.
Yeah, they were.
And you know, you can understand 60 million, 70 million, all right, 80 is a bit far, but you could have understood if we paid 60 million for a
You're trying to say, I know what you mean in today's market.
Why the fuck did we pay 80 million for a guy that's had a half decent season in the Eredivisie, man? He wasn't even as good as some of his counterparts in that league, you know. For example, Kudus.
And Hakpo was again on Eric Ten Hag's hit list. I think he's just got it wrong.
And they got him for 35 million, Liverpool.
And look how good he plays at Liverpool.
Right, he hasn't been amazing, but he's been fucking
way better than flipping
10 times better than
Anthony, man. And even better than Højlund in a way.
Just, you know, no.
Hakpo's not been better than Højlund.
No.
Give over some, man. Hakpo's been better than Højlund this season.
Player for him, man.
So what? Still more than Højlund, even in the league. Right, we're going to talk about...
If it wasn't for Onana in the Champions League, Højlund would have been the reason we got through.
Hakpo's still going to...
He's the top scorer in the Champions League.
They're in the EFL Cup final.
He's the top scorer in the EFL Cup. He's the top scorer in the Champions League.
What
That's
the
winning? Difference.
Who's winning something though?
Chelsea could still win it. Don't write them off.
I doubt they're going to beat
Don't write them off.
Not now. Now going on to Liverpool with Jurgen Klopp, right?
Big win.
Massive win.
Massive win.
And who was the main guy? For every goal he was involved in. Hakpo was involved in every goal.
Again, because their attack is so good and because they're so clinical with their finishing, it masks how many chances they concede.
No, so you know what I think?
Honestly, it does.
No, what I'm saying is going back, right? You're being serious. You think Højlund's been better than Cody Gakpo this season? Bloody hell, I'm going to leave that for the honestly.
Yeah. Bro, Højlund's at scraps. He's probably got the same.
He's
probably at the same amount of goals as Hakpo.
Possibly. I've not seen Hakpo stats. That's what.
Probably the same amount.
I would want to check right now.
7 goals. Højlund.
To me, where Rasmus Højlund's where he's been positive, right, is shown that he's a big man. He's a specimen of a footballer. He can hold it up.
He can hold it up.
I tell you where he's
strong.
weak.
He's fucking fast. He's super
very fast. Yeah.
Super lightning
very fast.
We've not seen it yet. Trust me.
No, goal in the Champions League for that fail end was good.
We've still not seen it, man. I'm telling you, there's so much from this boy that we are yet to see.
Right. I tell you where he's weak though. He runs too quick. As in, the run. He gets caught offside too much. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Right, and then when he's in the box,
I blame the team though.
Possibly could be.
I think they're not timing it right, and United's wingers are very selfish.
Greedy, innit?
They look more for themselves rather than for the teammate. If we've got wingers there that are just bumming it in, I'm telling you.
Right, but all right, Cody Gakpo was bought for half the price of this guy. Can play more positions, more versatile than him, and he's got more to his game than him.
I don't think he's got more to his game than him.
I think he's got more to his game.
I don't think so.
He's a better dribbler than Rasmus Højlund is.
Slightly.
I've not seen Højlund do any good dribbling.
You just mentioned one there in the Champions League.
No, that was just a run sub, man down and dribbling. He was running. No, but he's running in it. That's more his pace and power in it.
Yeah, but to keep it, you can run pace and power. I run with pace and power. My close control isn't the best in the world. His close control to keep it. I didn't expect him to score that goal. I'll tell you straight.
I know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
The way he managed to, obviously, it was more about the leg power in terms of how he shifts it across and drives into the middle.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, even the Arsenal winner that we got disallowed for offside, Garnacho's goal, the beautiful little touch that he does. Trust me, this guy has got an array of I've seen what he does, man. I'm telling you, the team is not on his wavelength. He's a better footballer than Hakpo and he's 3-4 years younger. Trust me.
I don't think he's a better footballer, honestly.
Trust me.
I don't think he's a better footballer.
Trust me.
Hakpo's a more rounded footballer than this guy.
4 years younger than him.
Bro,
At 20, did Hakpo look that good?
We didn't know who Hakpo was at 20.
Exactly.
So, that doesn't mean anything though. So, but Eric Ten Hag probably knew he was, so why didn't he get him?
I saw him in the Eredivisie as well. 2
yeah,
years ago.
Top scorer was in there.
Yeah, top.
Under Ruud van Nistelrooy.
I don't know if he finished the top that year. He was up there.
He was up there, wasn't he? Even with the assists as well.
But,
even before the World Cup, the guy was smashing it.
But regardless, he didn't have what he has at 20. 100%. And I guarantee you at 24, this guy will be 10 times the player he is.
Bro, I stand on it. Cody Gakpo was a better player than Rasmus Højlund, and United should have signed him for half the price.
We should have signed him, but
for half the price, why not?
Better player than Højlund, though.
And then moving, right, Højlund, they're talking of Højlund and his pace. I think Nunes' pace is quite underrated, and he's got a flipping. He's got a sick goal that first one, finally.
Lightning quick. It was a beautiful one-touch football.
Very good.
Nice to open it up, and all the finishes were clean.
Obviously, now that we've spoken about Klopp and the top of the table, you keep calling me crystal ball for that prediction that I said if Klopp gets it right, they're going to be the ones. Do you think that they'll push on now and give it their full everything and every single game is going to be a final for him now, if you know what I mean? Could that be the advantage of Klopp announcing it right now, that he's got him?
I think they'll try, and I think they'll get far, but it's just going to be a repeat of Was it 2 seasons ago?
It's going to be a repeat of what we've seen under Jurgen Klopp.
A repeat of 2 seasons ago?
No.
So they'll fall short in the...
Not just 2 seasons ago, the year before that.
No, but I'm on about the quadruple lot.
Oh, right.
They're currently, currently on a quadruple, aren't they? And City can't do that again. It's another year where City can't do that. And I think they'll probably win the EFL Cup, the Carabao Cup.
They got Norwich on Sunday.
FA Cup's anyone's.
Yeah,
City is still in there.
True.
Where if we can beat Newport, we're still in there.
You are beating Newport, man. Don't go down there.
Never say never. We've seen worse.
We have.
Yeah, I think FA Cup's anyone's, but they're still in contention for that with the with the free scoring that they've got. I think Premier League they'll fall short. Europa League they should win, but with all the games that are going to amass, and if they don't make any more signings in January, I don't see how their squad's going to pull through for 4 trophies.
Big result though, away from home against Bournemouth. 4 second half goals as well.
They rode their luck in the first half. Bournemouth did create chances, and they could have been 1 or 2 up themselves.
The form team in the league, man. That's a big statement in my opinion. Without Mohamed Salah as well.
Yeah, it's a massive win. I mean, that's overhyped. Without Salah.
No, it's not.
Their record without Salah is they haven't lost a game without Salah. I think it's 10 games now.
Yeah, but who are they playing against in those games? Now they got Chelsea coming up and they got Arsenal coming up.
Regardless,
we'll see.
Every time as well that they have been without Salah, people make it out like AFCON. He's only gone for 3 games, 4.
No, but the previous ones, so they've had like Firmino still there in it. Do you know what I mean? Like somebody big in the top, in the front line.
Yeah, but we're acting like Jota and Diaz are kids, man. They've been like about in football for a while, especially Jota. They've been about.
You're right. Jota don't get the credit he deserves.
Darwin is a top player.
Killer.
Darwin Núñez is in his 2nd season at the club. He should be scoring.
He's doing well now.
You shouldn't be looking at him thinking, oh wow, wicked. He should be doing this. He was the same as Anthony. Obviously, Anthony's shit. But same price tag.
Yeah,
this is what we expect for that price tag.
No, you're right. He was,
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, massive one for Liverpool. I think they will be the fiercest rivals for City as they always are. I think they'll finish 2nd.
And talking on Manchester City, KDB's back, mate. He's him. He really is him in the Premier League.
Solid comeback.
One of the greatest Premier League cameos I've ever seen in terms of coming off the bench, knowing the pressure's on you. The guy was just ready. He was chomping at the bit to come on.
Not quite the Cantona comeback, but he had a feel to it.
Nice. What a goal! The first goal, and then the pass to the Oscar Bob. Oh my days! Only De Bruyne in the Premier League going to find you there.
To be honest with you, I disagree with that. I think it was a brilliant ball. I don't think only De Bruyne is producing that. I think it's been overstated how much that pass was. I mean, his goal was good.
So the weight's too good.
The pass was wicked, but no, Oscar Bob still had a lot to do in that scenario. He had 2 defenders around him, and the way he's just done that one touch to make the space, because that ball alone isn't enough.
No, it's not. But
it's not on a sixpence where tap it in. We've seen De Bruyne do that many times.
No, but what can you do in that situation? That's the best ball he could give Oscar Bob. So because look at the way the players are positioned in that moment, in that phase of play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he could have threaded straight into his feet.
But the thing is, like he says, what else is he going to do? Exactly. What else is he going to do? He has to. Bob was the furthest forward.
What you're saying, I think, is that Bob should get more credit than De Bruyne for that goal.
100%.
And I give that.
I'm saying the assist was good. I'm not saying.
But it's all about him, really.
But it wasn't wow, out of this world. Wow, amazing.
I think
pass.
It was a great pass.
It was a top pass. No, it was a top pass, but it wasn't out of this world. I think that the little dribble was actually out of this world. I loved it. I think that was sick. I think that was wicked.
Big statement, though, man.
Youngster to come on. I don't know if he started. Did he come on? I don't know.
He came on, so
for him to come off the bench and
he came on.
Produce what he did.
No, it's massive.
Away at Newcastle. Newcastle isn't an easy ground, mate.
Bro, what's going on there?
They're going downhill.
Pookie, Trippier's going. Joe Linton's now injured, and he goes. He might have played his last game. Almiron's leaving, and
I think they might end up thinking on Eddie Howe as well.
I tell you something. Yeah, no, he needs to go. I tell you what. Something I heard that was a bit ridiculous today. Darren Bent and Andy Goldstein on Talksport having a debate about Callum Wilson, that they take him at United or Arsenal. Nah.
He's been linked with those.
Listen, nah. No, this guy can't stay fit to save his life, and even when he is fit, he's not this. Where's Callum Wilson got all this, hype from behind him? He's never got a 20-goal season.
I think it's just Newcastle as a team and as a club. They've been very positive last year, especially.
Bro, I tell you what it is, right? Callum Wilson and Antonio, because they've got their own podcast, they've hyped themselves up. That's what it is.
Maybe.
I'm telling you, bro.
I think it's just Newcastle as a team, though. You know, they're a very likable team. Like,
And you know what else
very
it is?
hard-working.
A likeable club.
yeah, and the city, very hard-working and good on the eye as well. So it wasn't just industry; there was talent in there as well.
But that's what's surprising about this season. When they were supposed to kick on Champions League football, now all of a sudden FFP's kicked in.
I mean, it's collapsed on both ways.
Both ways, that's what I'm saying. And what I'm finding a little bit weird is, all right, some of these players, they may not be good for this level, but it's quite surprising how many they're trying to get rid of all at the same time, bro. Like, who are you going to play with? You got injuries as it is.
I don't know. You know, all this FFP bullshit that we hear about, even United apparently are going, I don't know if you saw Ten Hag's press conference, but when they asked him, are we going to sign anyone? He goes, oh, FFP.
But I think that's what it is now. In January,
FFP.
we said it earlier,
fuck?
I think that's what's affected January window.
You know, when a club needs signings, you need signings. I mean, obviously, like for us, I can understand why FFP is an issue. Because we never sell well.
Yeah.
You look at Man City, man. They're flinging youngsters out that we've never heard of.
Yeah.
For 30, 40 million. Liverpool flinging youngsters out for 20, 30, 40 million. Youngsters that have ended up becoming shite. Like, all right, Solanke's been solid. But what has Brewster gone on to do at Sheffield?
Nothing.
He was 30 million.
United never been good at it, you're right, man.
We're not a good selling club. So that's why it's affecting us personally. So
City overall then, what did you make from that victory? Are they obviously back in the race, they're 2 points behind?
I mean, they were dominating that game. Newcastle given the quick 1-2. Muhammad Ali turned it around.
Top goals though.
Wicked goals. Beautiful finish by Isaac. And
oh, I'll tell you what else.
who's the second?
I need to mention my boy because he had another good game, man. Phil Foden on fire again,
Yeah,
man.
Phil Foden's
Killing it this season, man.
Phil
Oh,
Foden's the top player. But yeah, I think if De Bruyne don't come off, and it's easy to say this, innit? De Bruyne don't come off the bench, they're not
winning.
They might not even be
draw.
drawing that. They might not even be drawing that.
Yeah, so there you go. That's what I'm saying.
Tough ground, bro.
Him moment. He looks like a share as well at the moment with the hair.
He is him.
Big lion on
He's
that.
the best midfield in the Premier League.
Looks like
maybe
that.
the best player.
Do you know which lion he looks like? The Premier League lion.
Mohamed Salah is the best player.
But Mohamed Salah. Well, there's an argument that could be made.
Mohamed Salah is the
He
best.
actually
He's the best in the world, man.
well, you said, I'm saying.
He is though, man.
For me,
Who's better than him? Mbappe?
best player in the world?
Yeah.
I'd give it to Mbappe.
No.
Salah doing what Mbappe did in the World Cup final.
Look who he plays for. I think he could do it.
If he played,
I think he could
put
do
him in front.
He could do it.
Is he else?
He could do it.
Has he ever done it in a Champions League
Why
final
could
for
he not?
Liverpool?
He got injured, his shoulder came off.
The other Champions League final, he had the penalty, that's
That
all.
was shit,
He didn't
innit?
do nothing.
That was the worst
This Champions League final.
in the history of finals.
This Champions League final.
Champions League final.
Vinny just got past him. What did Salah do then?
Hurt his other shoulder.
Shut up, sub. For FA Cup final, did he score for him?
No, but you
EFL
can't-
Cup final, did he score for him?
But we can't say he's
I'm
not
saying,
a big
right.
game. He's a massive.
No, he's a big. No, I'm not saying big game. I'm saying at the clutch moment, Mbappe's got something about him. He's got that gene. He's got that Ronaldo gene.
Yeah, but Liverpool have been flopping as well generally. Even though Klopp's won everything, he's lost quite a lot as well.
We said.
Yeah.
For me, Mohamed's last top three is him, Haaland, and Mbappe.
I don't think Haaland's there. I think Haaland's the best finisher in the world.
Do I know? But why I give it to Haaland is because if you get 36 goals, you're gonna have to still put him there. So just give him it in it. On a level, because he's putting the ball in the back of the net.
I'll probably put Vinny ahead of him, to be honest with you.
You know I'm a massive Vinny fan as well, by the way.
Probably put Vinny ahead of him.
Could do, yeah.
I'd even put Harry Kane ahead of him, honestly.
No, I wouldn't.
Harry Kane's a better player.
He's not more decisive. If you put,
He's a better player.
yeah,
And he's not far off as being decisive.
he might never win the league with Bayern Munich, mate.
Probably
Do one.
won't. That'll be funny.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's the better player.
Xabi Alonso could be the next manager of Liverpool. Watch out then.
Too early.
I still think,
Too early.
I
Too
personally
early.
agree. Even if they win the Bundesliga, it's too early for
It
him.
won't be quite Gerrard, as in what Gerrard did at Villa. It won't be that bad.
Listen,
if he did.
he's
But
well.
I don't think he'll.
He'll be a world-class coach if he bides his time and does everything right.
Don't go there yet, though. That's my personal opinion.
Maybe you don't want him there.
No, just don't go there yet.
He's definitely going to, obviously, once in his career, Liverpool's a possible
They
destination.
interviewed him and he says, look,
Yeah.
I'm happy where I am.
But he had a smile on his face, innit?
He did, obviously, it's one of his clubs, but deep down, he's a Madridista.
Yeah, I feel that as well.
Yeah, he is.
I do
They
feel
all
that.
are, man. When you played for Madrid, there is no other club.
Los Blancos, innit?
Unless you're Beckham.
The white of Los Blancos. Yeah, well, yeah, there you go.
Beckham's literally the only Madrid player that I've known who's been loved at Madrid. Loved at another club. No, but Ronaldo still, I'm sure he'd class himself a Madridista deep down. He is obviously a United red as well, but deep down, if you had to pick one, he won all his Champions League and Ballon d'Ors.
Yeah,
But then again, he won his first Ballon d'Or at United. I don't know, it's mad, and Champions League. It's mad.
No, I think Madrid.
Ronaldo's a hard player to put into context, man. He's in a different level.
But that's who comes into head because you said for Madrid and especially Manchester
But I
United.
look at like Figo and Ronaldo Nazario
who played for different clubs and weren't as loved by the original club possibly as they were.
No, maybe they were even more loved at their first club.
And then they've chosen Madrid as their club.
Madrid, and then they've gone on to love Madrid more. Why? Because it's just the lifestyle. Madrid is a lifestyle.
Yeah, and it's just Real Madrid. You're Real Madrid. You're Royal Madrid, like I always say. It's Royal man. It's Royal man. You know what? Moving on. Real Madrid, they just in it. They're that club in it, like we're saying.
Yeah, they got lucky. We're not going to speak about La Liga. This is a Premier League podcast, but they got very lucky that last game.
Anyway. Arsenal 5-0 beating Palace, back on track.
Yeah.
Gabriel Magalhaes, good goal.
Yeah.
And Martinelli finally scoring.
Most set pieces in the Premier League. Arteta's doing his thing. I know they only had 1 win in 5, 1 win in 6 before that, but they're still in contention. You still got to give him credit because Arsenal were nowhere before he came. They won a few FA Cup. They won an FA Cup under him.
But you know what?
I know they flopped last year, but give him credit, man. They're still there.
Out of the FA Cup, lost to Liverpool. It's a lot of pressure on him now, man. You know what? He needs to do something this season.
There's pressure on him, but end of the day, yeah, he's the closest thing that they've had for title in terms of a title race since Wenger.
We just need to carry on kicking on now. Had their Dubai break 1 week.
So yeah,
Arsenal 5-0.
Top finishes. Martinelli needs to add that more to his game, but more in game, not when the game's 3-0 and it's dead and counter. I'm not taking nothing away from him.
I get what you mean.
Brilliant footballer, brilliant prospect.
You just put it in my head, 100%.
Just
easy to do it when you're 3-0 up.
Easy to do it when you're 3-0 up.
And you're on a counter-attack.
Easy to do when you got a yonks of space. Rashford-esque, innit?
Yeah. No, thank you very much. I appreciate that you've said that as well.
Yeah.
That this is what I'm going back to this.
When they've got space and time and when it's on the counter, wow, these lot are sick.
Yeah.
But do it when there's 10 men sat in front of you, there's a bus.
Of course.
The funny thing is, I never knew this, I don't know, you probably did, but maybe you haven't. Mourinho was the guy that actually invented that term.
Yeah, no park the
I
bus.
thought it was just used for him.
No.
He was the one that says it about, who was it?
He goes, I've come to park in my double-decker bus or something.
He
said it about Tottenham.
He said it about, I think it was Tottenham.
He went to White Hart
Chelsea,
Lane.
he couldn't win. They couldn't win.
And he goes, they haven't parked a bus, they parked a plane in front.
In my country, they have the saying. And then
he goes, they parked the bus in front.
Yeah.
And then he goes, they didn't park the bus. He goes,
and it stuck with him?
No, but he changed it so, but he goes, they didn't park the bus. So you're right. He goes, in my country, they said park the bus. He goes, today they parked an aeroplane in front of the goal or something, he said. And the funny thing is, you're right, they start using on him because obviously...
His style of play?
That's unfair to say about Jose Mourinho.
Because his attacking style is
not just that. You know what? We were talking about Eric Ten Hag. This is the perfect example of old school with new school, not just Eric Ten Hag, right? Even Vinny Company at the start. Jose Mourinho's always adapted to what's in front of him, right? First job, Porto, he obviously, the team he played the football. It wasn't just counter-attacking or defensive. When they needed to attack, they attacked.
A good team, man.
Chelsea, we know, defensively solid. But bro...
There's never been a more solid season.
Right?
In the defense.
Solid, organised. Real Madrid, the best attacking team in La Liga history.
Yeah, of all time, yeah.
And counter-attacking wise, and watching them play was phenomenal to watch. Right? Inter Milan, because of the players he had there, he had to play with a low block.
Treble.
And won the treble with that style of play.
The Barca team that...
Then he went back to Chelsea, so bright, and he won a defensive style. He played the second time at Chelsea. It was attacking. Willian, Hazard, Diego Costa, Oscar, and Fabregas.
Yep.
He deserves way more credit than he gets.
No, 100%.
And, going back to that, obviously you mentioned that.
For me, after Ferguson, Sir Alex Ferguson is...
Yeah, I know you always said that. Yeah.
Ever.
Obviously, that's for another time.
He's phenomenal, man. I mean, you could even argue, man. It.
To be honest, I'm shocked that Roma sacked him. Talking of that. Is it just a joke, bro? Roma, before Mourinho was appointed, were struggling to sell out their stadium. Only 19 games you have in a season. They were struggling to sell out 19 games. Under Jose Mourinho, 40 matches in a row were sold out at the Stadio Olimpico. He brought the good times back, mate.
Listen, Jose Mourinho is football.
Iconic. He loses his shit a bit in the third season. And I'm going to talk about that in a separate pod. We're going to do what's next for Jose Mourinho, and I'm going to get into that.
How much Sheffield?
Yep, go on then, moving
2-2.
on. Good game. Really
Big point
interesting
for
at the end.
Sheffield.
It was, but it doesn't really mean anything for them.
No, it doesn't, but you got to look at it in the context, the fact that they were losing.
Tell you what, Hammers need Paqueta and bloody Kudus to come back ASAP.
I mean, Kudus is rocking up in the AFCON.
Yeah, he is.
He's doing bits.
Great goal against Ivory Coast.
I don't know if it's too early to say this year, but from what I've seen, it might just be like a purple patch and he might just be looking really good right now. But this guy looks world class.
Mohamed Kudus? Yeah, but we said it from last year, so
No, but I know, but
now to step up, you mean?
It's the Premier League
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
It's the big boy league.
No, but all season we've been saying it as well.
We have, but like sometimes we put a tag on someone and then in a year,
okay,
they're going down in 2 years. Do
He's the real deal,
Dele
maybe. Yeah,
all right,
unfortunate.
you know, it was a year or two, but he looked amazing under Pochettino.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I caught a glimpse, a compilation of his best goals. Some of the goals he's got in the Premier League. Wow.
Well, they were saying he's
pure
they were
filth.
saying he's the next Frank Lampard.
Yeah, man,
That's what
pure
he was
filth, bro. No, remember that goal against you lot when he plucks it out of the air over his shoulder?
Yeah, De Gea.
That's filth, man.
But I think his best goal was away at Palace, wasn't it? When
Yeah,
he was that little,
that's his first ever goal.
was that his first?
Yeah, in the Premier League.
That's his first.
In the Premier League, yeah.
What a first fucking goal! When
He didn't, yeah, that's
what
his
is
first
it?
goal for
Oh
Premier League.
my God!
That's how he announced himself.
Well, other than Wayne Rooney's, bloody hell.
You know, you're right. He was one of the most exciting youngsters to emerge, probably since Wayne Rooney in this country, and he does get forgotten about quite a lot now, Dele Alli, unfortunately. His way, isn't it?
Good luck to him.
Yeah, man, I really hope he comes back. Obviously, he's still recovering. He's at Everton still. I hope he does even get a game this season. Could get, what do you call it?
I've heard he's left.
Has he, have
I've
they?
heard he's left,
Oh,
yeah.
right, I didn't
Heard
know.
he's in Turkey.
No, so that was last year, man. Besiktas, what are you on about? He came back to the Everton.
No, but I've heard he's left again.
Again, Reda, gone
That's
back
what
to
I've heard,
Turkey.
That's what I've heard. I might be wrong.
Maybe,
We'll
all right,
have to
possible.
go
We're
over
going to check and we'll
go
come
over
back if you do remember to remind you lot in the next
Dele,
podcast.
but,
Dele Alli. Crazy ending, like I was saying, bro. The red cards, Ollie McBurney got a penalty. And that's it, really. Sheffield United, like I said, good. They're showing some battling qualities under Chris Wilder.
Well, they've picked up a few points recently, so you know what? End of the day, there's 17, 18 games to go. Yeah,
Anything can happen.
anything can happen, bro.
But they are our favourites to
They
go
are
now,
our
let's just be
favourites.
real.
Yeah, I'd say Burnley are more my favourites now, though.
No, but both in it together.
Sheffield
really,
have
so-
still picked up here and there recently.
Yeah, they have. Right, Everton, Villa was a bit of a ball draw. And Everton are now, you know, Villa, that's the type of game why Villa won't win the league and
Yeah.
they were never going to win the
Yeah,
league.
yeah.
And that's what I was trying to make a point a month ago.
Sean
But
Dyche.
for the Champions League, so Villa right in there, in that race, and they're nowhere near to be counted out. They're not going to go in a slump, I don't think. And Sean Dyche, yeah, they drew actually tonight as well. Villa
Chelsea.
against Chelsea.
No score?
0-0. So there's a replay now in that.
That's good.
And Everton, yeah, Sean Dyche, man, is a bit sad on them, bro. They're going through another bloody, but the siege mentality,
Well,
he'll keep them up.
He's such a good manager, man. He is honestly, and you know what? He's another one that people put a label on him as a defensive coach. He's not.
Yeah, it's just fake.
Trust me, their football, like I've
Decent.
seen their football
Decent.
improve, man. They
Even
play some
Burnley,
decent stuff.
Burnley was all right, man.
They play some decent stuff.
Brighton and Wolves drew as well, 0-0. That was another ball draw. That was actually the final game of this Premier League.
Gary O'Neill doing well.
Yeah, go on, you can.
Good point.
Where is he 6 points behind what? UEFA Conference League, you said?
No, behind
Europa
Europa
League.
League.
That's mad.
Of Europa League.
That's mad when we check
4
that
of United, 3
Yesterday-
of is it 2 or 3 of Chelsea, and they're ahead of Bournemouth as well.
Yeah.
It's huge, man.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what it is? What's funny? How quickly I was trying to write him off.
You know what? I honestly, yeah.
You know what baffled my
I
mind?
genuinely didn't understand how you could write them off because.
Oh, you lot couldn't remember in the group. You're like, where do you get this
you know,
from?
like the contingency of players that they've got and the style of football that they've always implemented. I don't know. For me, what I've seen of Wolves.
You know what I've seen? So was all these backroom staff leaving, the players were leaving, Lopetegui
yeah,
left.
but Lopetegui. The thing is with Lopetegui, he was hyped anyway. Like he was decent in Spain and stuff. He was even regarded as a third or
A
fourth
candidate,
choice
yeah.
for United.
He do
but,
better than bloody Eric Ten Hag, mate.
you know, I wouldn't go that far.
Trust me, I would.
I won't go that far.
Trust me, I
Ten Hag
would.
won a cup. Right? Watch everyone give Pochettino praise. if they win it this season. Oh,
I'm not going to give him nothing.
Pochett's revolutionized. They'll finish ninth and win the cup.
No chance.
They want a better season than Ten Hag.
No chance that they're going to say that. No chance will they say that.
Maybe we overachieved. Maybe we did. Yeah. But I'm still going to give Ten Hag. And I do agree there's a lot of shit things that he's done this season. And a lot of stinkers he's had, yeah. But give him till the end of the season.
Second half of season title charge. You know what I mean? And that you mentioned Chelsea and Poch. Didn't mention their score. Cole Palmer. Mate, another goal for him. That's how many penalties? I thought it was
5
8.
in the Premier League.
Yeah, I thought it was 8.
No, 5.
I was exaggerating a little bit, wasn't
Well, 5 in all competitions.
You know what? If he gets 1 or 2 more goals, he'll have more goals than Bukayo Saka's best goal scoring career, which is not bad. I'm not saying that as like taking piss or nothing because stats lie. That's one of them ones as well. But it goes to show he's contributing and he's there.
Listen, it's his first proper season in English football. I know he had a few appearances for City, but he's a starter.
Yeah, 100%.
Someone's giving him trust, and you know what? Credit to Pochettino. I don't know if it was his signing or if it was Bowley's, but
no, but I don't think
signing, man.
I don't think any of us thought that Cole Palmer is going to be the talisman or the main player for Chelsea when he joined. No, I thought he was going to be a backup to Bloody.
No, I didn't think he'd be a backup, but I didn't think he'd be the talisman either. I knew he'd be good in that, like for what they are, he'd be good.
No, I didn't think that as well. I thought it was just one of them signings that Bowley's done last minute. I've seen him. I need someone. Boom. See, yeah.
Makes English.
No, whatever. But credit to him, and like you said, Cole Palmer, I really enjoyed watching him play.
As much as I don't
One of
like
my favourite
Chelsea
English
winning, they've actually been climbing recently. They're out 10th now, aren't they?
Taking piss, aren't you, mate? You are taking the piss.
No, they're only 3 or 4 points off us.
Right, and let's end on the return of Ivan Toney, mate. Finally, he's back after 8 months, the big dog. Oh, and he made a big dog return, mate. What a cheating bastard. Sorry, I had to say, yeah.
What's going on with that?
I gave him a bit of hype on that. He's cheating,
That was
bro.
one of them ones, yeah. Do you know?
So be cheated.
Remember in school sometimes
That's what I mean.
where you've been given a free kick and
Forget school. 5-a-side, I do it sometimes.
Side, yeah. Sometimes
We do
it's
it.
from there, yeah. And then when the other team's looking away, you're like
Move it yard forward.
slightly bit more forward, or where you feel like you've got your best shot.
Yeah.
This guy knew at that angle.
Bro, I could bend it around the wall from there. Look what he did. He bent it around the wall from the angle.
Ivan Toney, man.
Should the goal stand?
No.
Not at all, mate.
No.
Why is it? What I'm shocked, yeah, so we wouldn't even looked at again. No one even spoken about.
Is VAR, they pick and choose.
Yeah, just about to say.
They pick and choose. VAR, half the time, they'll pick and choose, and then the other, sorry, I was going to say do the half.
Yeah.
It's not do the half. There's other times where cameras are suddenly not available. Or
Like Jared Bowen at Emirates.
And Arsenal, yeah, like just examples, man. Like
That was mad.
And then there'll be some handballs, yeah, like for us for example, last season, yeah, it's ricocheted off Martinez's bloody knees.
I remember this one, yeah.
Onto his hand. We've got a penalty given against us. And then the one at Tottenham away this season, Romero's hand is literally up here. No penalty. So it's just inconsistent.
Or Anana clattering into someone. Against Wolves with balls.
And now since then, we've not...
Crazy, innit? Mad decisions. You know what? But Brentford really need big dog back. They've been struggling without him.
Brentford needed them points, mate. Thomas Frank needed them points.
No, 100%.
Fucking massive.
Is he staying? Not Frank, Tony.
Till summer, yeah.
He's talking that if he gets a big offer in January, he'll move.
Yeah, but
I don't agree with that.
The thing is, yeah, Brentford are going to look at the market. They're going to look at, they've missed him for 8 months. They're going to look at the fact that there's other players, yeah, that are not even anywhere near as good as this guy. And he's not that old. What is he, 28?
Yeah.
27, 28?
27, I think.
Something like that. So they're going to look around and think, wait a minute. He's one of the best strikers in England. Even... I don't know if he needs to make the step up to say world, because I'm not going to say world just yet, but I think he's got the potential to be one of the best in the world. Yeah? They're going to say, listen, my mans, whoever the fuck you are, Arsenal, United, Liverpool, Chelsea, whoever wants him, Barca, 80, 100 million, mate.
That's if...
No less.
I think that's if he stays for 6 months and does well. I
think even January, man, is his name. For some reason, his name has been magnified hardcore. Like... For some reason, there's something about him.
No, there isn't.
There's just something.
He got caught betting.
No,
and they've magnified it.
I know that.
There's been players who have done worse, who have got way less empathy and sympathy towards them.
This guy's a hero.
Why?
National hero.
You got caught betting on your own team to lose when you weren't playing.
He's national hero.
Let's just put it into perspective, so he got caught betting on his own team to lose when he wasn't getting picked.
Do you know if you look
so
at
how bad is your addiction?
Do you know if you look at it, yeah, shall I be honest with you? Obviously it's bad and that and whatever, but it also shows he is a cocky, confident motherfucker.
Maybe it does.
He
maybe
is,
it doesn't.
trust me, man. He's thinking in his head, if you deep it, man,
Obviously,
he's thinking,
I'm not playing, they're
without
gonna
me,
lose.
you lot don't have shit.
Yeah, obviously.
No, you lot don't have shit. You don't have no goals, and it's true. Since Tony's been out of Brentford anyway, they have been on a fucking slump.
This is what I mean.
It's like 1 or 2 wins.
What I would do if I was Ivan Toney, like you were saying, all right, he might accept the move. I wouldn't if I was Ivan Toney. I'd say, right, I'm a big dog. I'm going to prove it now. Because he's going to get moved regardless, is what I mean. So what I would do is build it all the way back up.
I think he stays till summer.
Yeah.
I think he should stay till summer.
Get 10, 12 goals.
Keep Brentford up, because let's be honest, yeah, they're not out of this talk.
100% they're not.
They're not out of this talk.
Not
They've
all.
gone quietly about this talk. No one's spoken about Brentford
Because
for relegation.
we've been waiting for Tony to
not
come
just
back,
that,
possibly.
Because the fact that they were so good last season, Thomas Frank, and everyone was going on about me, like, you know what they call them, hippie coaches.
Yeah.
Like you've got Xabi Alonso's the new hippie coach, or Ruben Amorim in
Sporting Lisbon, yeah.
They're the hippie coaches. The new Ten Hag was 2 years ago. They're these fresh young coaches,
I get
new
you.
ideas and all of this, all of that. But trust me, man, if it don't go well,
I'm going to give a shout out to Danilo, one of the goals of the Premier League season so far. On the tie, right foot, right in the bottom corner. Beautiful. What a contact.
gorgeous.
Connection was amazing.
Gorgeous.
So there you are.
But wait. Don't discredit Morpe's goalie, mate.
Go on then.
What do you mean go on then?
Give a shout out.
Fucking, if not better,
I don't think it was
that was good.
I think he just did it out of instinct and he didn't
Weak
mean to do it.
foot.
He didn't mean to do it, he
Weak
just swiveled.
foot, the touch, Bergkamp, Cantona.
Yeah, like he meant that.
Oof.
He ain't got that in his
Whether he meant
locker.
it or not, it looked fucking amazing.
That's what I mean, though, innit?
Yeah.
So he's
Left foot, boom, swivel into the corner, gorgeous.
He ain't got that in his locker, mate.
Just fucking showing you it.
Yeah, after flipping, he's never show it again. That's
No,
what I mean,
he
is a
won't,
fluke.
No, he wasn't a good signing for them, to be honest.
Bro, Neil Mope, you saying that's a Bergkamp touch is like flipping Joey Barton thinking he's Steven Gerrard, and he talks like he's fucking Steven Gerrard.
Joey who?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, you're not
absolute joke,
Oh!
mate. You know who I'm on
Is
about.
that Man City reject?
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah,
Is he, what about?
You know,
Is he still about?
spouts shit
He
all
was
the
never
time.
relevant.
Just spouts. He's trying to get relevant now.
Alright, okay.
So what he wants to talk about, he's going to talk about
Tell him,
women.
listen.
So if the women don't get him relevant,
Tell
you know
him,
what he'll
listen.
talk about? So wait. If the women don't get him relevant, you know he'll talk about, he'll go look at, let's go to religion maybe, innit? Let's talk about, let's, go down the Islamophobe line and that. Yeah.
God,
no
listen,
problem.
this guy couldn't even lace John Joe Shelby and Tom Cleverley's boots.
Bro, he talks like he's
couldn't even
Gerrard.
He couldn't even lace Sean Longstaff and Sean Longstaff's little brother who Newcastle released. He couldn't lace his boots either. So Joey Barton, get the fuck off Twitter. You were never good enough. I don't know how QPR or anyone ever had you in their team. You are.
He got sent off against Manchester City on the final day.
You are shite, mate.
It was him, innit? It was him, wasn't it?
He's the reason, yeah. He's the reason that
He talks a big game, this guy.
He's the reason we lost the league.
Talks a big game,
Fuck
that guy
you, Joey,
does.
mate.
Allow that one. Right, Shay. Like, comment and subscribe.